Hello there. Yeah, we're back. New upload. Hey. You know what we're talking about today? I want you to guess. I'll give you a couple seconds. All right. What did you guess? Let me know if you got this right. Today, we are talking about burgers. I'm lying out of my ass. We're talking about burgers. I'm lying out of my ass. We're talking about...
Swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion, cause they are so awesome. Now swimming in the ocean, pretty big and pretty wide, and beat up on their inner side. Like an underwater unicorn, and got a kick out facial harm, they're the Jedi of the sea. Like an underwater
Slander. Today, I'm talking about Slander. Not just the most iconic Slander, just Slander in general, and why Slander is both funny and detrimental to characters. Okay, so number one, we're going to be talking about why it's funny. Slander is funny because you could take a look at the most OP character and say they fuck up the wrong way, they could end up like Ren. Bro missed a shot to tie the game, and everything changed. And you know what? I'm all for it. When it comes to a character that we all know is a relatively good character that can hold their own, slander every now and then is okay, right? But if we're slandering a character that feasibly can't do anything, or we know for a fact is restricted, like say they're on fraud watch, right? But they're not necessarily a character that has been hyped up or made out to be some sort of like important or big deal. Like if you're slandering a character that tries their best but they're just relatively weak or don't have the strength to actually compete with some of the top tiers, then it's kind of like useless slander. It's not funny. You're just making fun of a relatively like, I don't know, a character that does the best that they can. Like it feels unwarranted. It feels like bullying, if anything. It's like taking a look at first episode Deku when he got his powers for the first time, and you're calling him a crybaby. Meanwhile, he's like shattering his bones every other day, every other episode. The amount of training that he did, he overexerted himself just to push himself to the deadline faster. Like it baffles me when My Hero was first dropping, right? And when the anime dropped, not everyone, but like a large demographic of people were just stuck calling him this crybaby, or he was basically on fraud watch up until like the vigilante arc or some shit. That was so like, I wouldn't say infuriating, but confusing to me. Cause I mean, I bet you would cry too if you were shattering your bones every other week, every other day. And then you had like these rigorous training exams to do. It's hard. I mean, it's a lot easier for you to call someone out on something when it's not you doing it. You feel me? I think that's the reason why slander makes things so much fun, but at the same time, what kind of like can destroy a character when it becomes popularized. When you're envisioning or imagining a character, like Megami, for example, I spoke about this on the channel before, but he is described as the potential man. Like narratively, that's the purpose he serves too. So imagine, right? You're in his position. You're being suppressed by Sukuna, the ritual that he did, on top of your sensei and your sister being slimed in your body. How would that make you feel, twin? Like, if your initial reaction isn't like fight and your initial reaction is flight, then you're more or less likely to like end up doing the same thing Megami did, on top of like, you know, depression. But despite people understanding that, they end up slandering him anyway. So it's all fun and games, but then once it becomes popular, then it's kind of like, how does the character identify from like how do they separate themselves from that identity? They can't, because they're not necessarily real. They're not like, they themselves can't defend themselves unless the author kind of like maybe writes a side story or something. where they, cook up something, bro, something.
So you're just gonna break my shit.
So you're just gonna break my shit.
So you're just going to break my shit. So you're just going to break my shit. So you're just gonna break my shit. So you're just gonna break my shit.
Nothing feels better than giving someone deserved slander, or like giving a character the slander they deserve. Like Naoya. Not only is he a misogynist, he died the same way he spoke shit. He's a bot. He died to the same woman twice. He couldn't even live by his agenda. He sucks. He sucks. Don't get me wrong. Naoya, you're pretty fast. But you could not escape that ass. Oh, God. Preach. That I shall do. Jax, let me tell you something. I feel bad for you, man. But that doesn't excuse what you did. You suck. You're a bum. After watching that last TDAC episode, I gotta say, what the hell am I doing? Anyway, I had to say, this nigga sucks. He sucks, man. Like, honestly, I don't know what else to say. What else could you say? He's the epitome of you're a victim. But at the same time, you're the problem.
Is that Obama's son?
It's genuinely beautiful. It brings tears to my eyes when I see anything but Toto slander. Literally anything but. I haven't even seen a lick of Hikari slander either. And those two are my favorite characters, so I'm gassed about that. I'm gassed. Look, unslanderable characters, for example. I just named two. Unslanderable characters. My guy. Is that not tough? Knowing that your favorite character has not been slandered. I've seen Luffy slandered. He's like, he used to be in my top 5. I still fuck with the character though. Don't get me wrong. But in comparison to someone like Sonic, King. Let me tell you something. Let me bring you real close, okay? I'm gonna say this to you nice and slow. He just can't be slandered. On everything he can't. But in the long and short of it all, the more popularized the slander character becomes, it becomes a part of their identity, how the public may remember said character. It's different if they kind of deserve it because they're either not a good character, they're not a well-written character, or they got hyped to do something, but I guess the author does nothing with the character. Slander can be funny and slander can be, in my opinion, unnecessary. But only time will tell. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, subscribe if you want to hear me up. Turn on that notification bell, and I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.